Good morning, guys. I'm here at Spring Branch Boat Ramp. Obviously, it's a different camera angle. You guys are way lower than you used to be. You're a little bit closer too, I think. What I did was I forgot the camera pole at home. I'm pre-fishing. I'm really just playing around it. I really don't give a damn if I catch anything or not. I'm just going up here to check out where I want to be. And then I'm going to fish my new signature lure from 4-7 around the docks. Throw some top water. Just have fun with it, man. I got some things I want to play with, and it's just going to be a fun, playful day on the water. Trying to catch some fish. If we do, great. If not, there's no video and you'll never know. So we're gonna get out here, we're gonna have fun. We're going up the Chaga River. I want to call it Chuga every time, but I think it's Chaga River. You can correct me if you know for sure, but we're going to tie on the Travis Does Kayak Fishing Signature Series. It's a watermelon with orange flake. Man, I would like to take this chance to thank Philip at 4-7 Lures for sponsoring the channel, my fishing adventures, and for everybody watching as well. Thank you all. Alright guys, first one on my custom lure. What do you know, man? It's a dink, but he's gonna catch bigger ones. He liked that color, right? Travis Does Kayak Fishing from 4-7. It does catch fish. It absolutely made my day catching fish on my signature color. Alright guys, that's one on the Travis Does Kayak Fishing Wacky Rig color. I'll show you that here in a minute. He took my entire worm. These worms, gentlemen, are extremely soft. Come on out. That's a little bit better. He's still not very big, but we can do better than that. But threw that Wacky Rig underneath this dock, and he was down there, and he smacked it pretty early, guys. So let's get homeboy back. There it is. So it's called the Flexo 5. We don't call them Cincos with 4-7. It's the Flexo 5. And Travis Does Kayak Fishing. If you want to pick up this signature color of mine from 4-7 Lures, head over to 47lures.com. Use code TDKF777 for 10% off your order. That's a good fish. It's probably a cat. He's just decent. Alright. Alright guys. Let's get him back in the water. See if we can get a better one. That's not bad though. He fought hard. Okay, and at this point, I fished up to the river portion where these flats are that I wanted to fish. and I'm not seeing anything back here. No beds, no bait fish, nothing. So I think I'm a little early. I don't have my sonar with me as I loaned it to a friend who's going down to 10 killer. I hope Kyle's down there killing them. I need to check in on how things are going for him down there. But yeah, because they're not back here, I need to change up my game plan for tomorrow. But I don't regret the trip at all. Would you like a treat for her? I keep them just in case dogs are on docks and they're barking.
Really?
Can she have one?
She can have one. I don't know if she'll eat it. She's such a...
Is she? Let's see.
Yes, thank you. I'm Kat.
I'm Travis.
Nice to meet you, Travis.
Good to meet you.
Patty and Kat.
Patty, Pat, that works. Yeah, that's fantastic.
Easy to remember.
Makes it nice and easy.
Are you having any luck?
I've caught a few today. I'm just preparing for my tournament tomorrow.
Yeah, like a bass boat tournament tomorrow? Or
The
you'll be
kayak tournament,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah, there'll be about 90 of us in it.
They will just trout upstream.
Yeah, so I'll probably have to stay out of the river tomorrow.
Well, good luck to you.
Yeah, thank you. Nice to meet you, Pat and Patty. Y'all have a good one. Scared the shit out of me. I didn't know he was there. Yeah. I was in the zone. I didn't see him. He scared the shit out of me. My bad. I got a few up the Sugar River, but nothing big. I was hoping they'd be up there in the flats, but
I know it. I tell you, they crazy.
I don't know where to find them at because they're definitely, like, I went all the way up almost to the second bridge and what a slab, man. That's a crappie, gentlemen. That's a good one. Look at that guy. We're gonna get him back, but all right, guys, let's get him back. That's cool. So it's event day. So we launch at dark, which is abnormal for QCKBF. Normally it is safe flight, but we launch. There's the 15-minute delay instead of 30 like last year. So I get to where I want to fish at, and I hear fish blowing up. They're not taking risers, they're not taking walking baits. So I start to use the jerk bait to get subsurface, and when that doesn't work, I say, let's try another topwater type. Let's grab a popper. Try and get small bass out of that. A much better fish. That's a great one. Oh. I got some popper fish. Let's get them back and see if we can get another one. I like top water being on, gentlemen. I like top water. Now from here I do something silly that I do from time to time for some reason. I decide to try a different color and different brand popper momentarily. I tie on this H2 Express popper I have in a glue go color to work around the back of these pockets where laydowns are. Not all poppers are created equally. If you want to see me do a popper video, let me know down below in the comments and I'll do one for you guys. I'll explain what I look for, what makes a good popper, and how I fish them. Those real small. They might be squirrel. Squirrel. That guy's 13. Now, something I've learned about poppers, if there's a miss, slow down, pause in between, pop, pop, or even just move around the area. That fish is very likely to hit a popper again. If they'll go for it once, they'll do it again. Got him that time. That's the kind of fish I would like to get a limit of. You can average 15 inches. You'll get in the 60 range, you can start culling. Ideally, you want about 17-inch fish on average to compete. Alright guys, there's 15. We need one more for a limit. Let's keep fishing clean, keep fishing smart. Once this rain moved in and it was just a light sprinkle for a few minutes, the bass really turned off to the popper. But there are other fish in the lake. Jeez. 2 days in a row I've caught a crappie, so these crappies are hungry. They're feeding. They must be about ready to... I hooked up with a limit keeper fish that ran underneath a dock cable when I was trying to adjust my pants, and managed to pop off the line. So I threw the shaky head of my signature color right back to where that bass was and pulled a smaller one off that did not measure. So now it goes cold for several hours. In fact, it goes cold until there's only about maybe 30 minutes left in the event, and the rest of the time is me trying to figure out what they want and where to go. I tied on the Jackal TN70 and new lipless crankbait, and I go with a yo-yo retrieve to change it up. That one's too small. We're gonna go back under that dock though. 1 inch under a limit keeper. That's how it goes. Let's throw back in there and see what happens. Because you know, fish like to stack and hang out together in school, so. Clearly this one was not going to measure, but I thought he might be a candidate for small bass. Small bass was currently at 6.5 inch. He is 6.75. I didn't get it done today. So let's recap what happened, what I could have done different. I launched from Spring Branch boat ramp, and I set sail north, trying to push in the Chuga River, but I saw some docks that I wanted to fish. Paid off with a fish on the signature lure, pushed into the back of a creek on the way there, pulled in another fish, and then once I actually worked into the river, it took a little while to actually find a fish on the laydown before moving on, pushing into the flats, and stopping in the very back, not finding any fish back there. On the way out, I hit some high percentage areas, including that dock again, and managed to pull out a crappie. So I figured let's go south about a half a mile to a mile, launched from Jenkins Ferry, and found fish early on a point pretty much right after launch, about 15 minutes after. Found a second fish on a point just across, and then a third fish going around a point where a water break was beside a dock. After catching the third, the fourth was on an empty dock. He kind of played with the lure. I didn't really see any rhyme or rhythm there. I think he might have just been in the area feeding. Pulled two off a laydown in the back, got my crappie, and then I moved over to this isolated dock around a rounded point. I should have went in and gone to the left and went down the creek. I think this area would have given me a good chance to fish more rounded points, more secondary points all the way down through here, and possibly get a really good day. I think most people that had a good day were living off points, and that should have been my plan, but I didn't recognize the pattern at the time. So it was a lot of fun. I got on with TOPWATER, and what else can you say? I caught a lot of fish this weekend, and I don't hate anything about it other than I didn't get the limit. I lost one fish by not fishing clean, and when that happens, you can really hurt yourself out there. So we'll get them on the next one. Thanks for stopping in, guys, and like, comment, subscribe. YouTube thinks you like the video on the left. I really like the playlist on the right. Thanks again. Bye.